The last batch of auctions ended with some stiff competition, but Kilt ran away with a big win, proving savvy supporters see the importance of identity infrastructure. Well, today we have with us Ingo Rübe, founder and CEO of Bot Labs, the company that develops the Kilt Protocol, and their team just won the 6th Kusama Parachain slot auction. So welcome back to the show, Ingo.
Yes, haven't seen you in a week at least.
Yes, exactly. Well, your team did a good job of closing out the auction very quickly. Amazingly enough, you are the first team to actually have maxed out your cap contributions, which is pretty incredible. I think that's been talked about quite a bit. How's the team feeling overall?
I think everybody really feels a little bit relieved now. That was a very, very exciting time. It was a bit stressful, not only for the devs to get everything done. And I mean, when you upload the WASM blob, they are basically out of the game, right? So the last 2 weeks were more like really, really exciting for the comms team and for the community management, because there were so many questions on Telegram, so many questions on Twitter, and we tried to answer them all, even if it was the 150th time. And I think we did quite a good job. So the Twitter community and the Telegram community was very, very happy, and that everyone got personal attention, and every question was answered. And I think that was good, but that was also pretty stressful, right? So yeah. Everyone feels relieved that, whoa, this thing is now producing blocks. That's a great feeling for everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure that is quite a relief. I made a mistake of going into a couple different Discord channels, and yeah, I can sense how many times you've probably heard the same questions over and over again from different people. But I guess, hey, that's a product of being so popular. Speaking of popularity, it seemed pretty obvious from the beginning that you guys were kind of running away with this first slot in the second batch. Was it still surprising? Have you guys had time to celebrate? Have you been celebrating sort of once you realized that it was likely that you guys were going to win, or anything special you've done?
Well, celebrating is today. so far as tonight we have some pizza and beers, obviously, and celebrate together with the team. Now I wasn't sure if it's the first auction, the first slot, not the first batch. The last 2 auctions were around to 130 or so. So we couldn't really expect to max out the 220. So we were actually quite overwhelmed how well it went. So it was really cool. And so it just went like that. And there was obviously a huge community behind us, and many people putting in. I think we had more than 11,000 individual contributions in there, which is fantastic. I didn't know that our community was so big, and that was cool. There was no. I can't say that I had a strategy or something behind that. It just happened like that, and we are absolutely grateful.
Yeah, I have to say that we were quite overwhelmed on our side as well. We on the Kraken side, we didn't actually get the support opened on the first day that you guys opened up your auction, and we were just overwhelmed with people requesting us to support the project. So it's pretty crazy. We were seeing that demand from our side as well. Seems like you were quite shocked though that you guys passed that kind of 130 that we saw in the last few auctions last time. What do you think it was exactly that you did that attracted so much attention, seemingly surprising to you as well?
Yeah, maybe. So I was actually of the opinion that people very much like the DeFi projects and stuff, and we're a little bit different because we're boring infrastructure, and yeah, but its identity is not as exciting, right? But it seems that people understand that infrastructure is basic to everything, and that basic infrastructure to the Polkadot or Kusama ecosystem is something that is needed, and it is maybe a good idea to be part of this community, and this is fantastic. And maybe more people than I thought realized that. And that's absolutely cool, because we really find feel the backing of the people and the community now. And we also see on things like our clan Kilt, which is the community website, that so many people coming in with ideas on what could be built on Kilt as well and how it could be used. And we see lots of really, really good responses from other projects in the ecosystem who have great ideas how we could work together. And I think this is the big task that we have right now, to start working together, right? We have to prove that this Kusama and Polkadot ecosystem actually, when the projects work together and use the possibilities that Kusama and Polkadot had, like XCMP as a message passing between the chains, that this actually adds value, and so that we actually can prove that 1 + 1 is 3, right? So, and I think also other projects are noticing that very much. And we had so many nice requests from other projects in the last couple of weeks. I think this is it's really going to work. And when people see out there, okay, there's infrastructure, and then there's people who work with the infrastructure. Hey, this can be important, right? And that might be the reason.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, one other kind of idea that I was thinking about the other day was, after looking at how well Moon River kind of came out of the gate with their chain as it went live, I think a lot of people looked back and said, "Ooh, that was probably a good opportunity. I could have gotten in." People have been waiting kind of last minute to contribute to some of these loans and in this case, there were probably some people that didn't get in. Do you think like holding out and waiting, this, does it make you rethink like your cap? Do you think that you maybe would have gone back and increased your cap?
I think the cap was set quite perfectly. We said that the cap included two things: the community votes and also or some of our own Kusamas, and we calculated it in a nice way so that it's valuable to contribute. And this was more mathematically, or not really mathematically, but thinking into the future mathematically calculated. And I think it was okay. And if we would have had a much higher cap, then maybe we would even have reached it. But obviously, it wasn't necessary. So I think it was good like it went.
Yeah, it's interesting. I just like to pick people's brain around the strategy and stuff, but it looks like it all worked out for you guys. Well, I mean, this is really great. I'm really excited for you guys. Like you once again, you self-deprecated and said it's just a boring infrastructure project, but I think it's a really important part of what's going on in the space, and I look forward to seeing how people use the protocol and engage with the project. So where can everybody kind of go follow along as you guys start going towards transferability and mainnet?
The easiest way is always kilt.io. That's the website. So what we're going to do in the next couple of weeks or months is, well, today was the go live, and what comes after that is the onboarding of the collators, because we want to onboard external collators and later also make this permissionless so that everyone can be part of the network and also contribute as a collator in there. So this is the first thing that we test with 16 handpicked collators. We have to onboard them one by one. We want to check that everything goes right, see what can go wrong, make FAQs out of that. So this is going to take a while. And after this is finished, then we're going to introduce governance and treasury to the system, which is like a runtime upgrade. And then we're going to test this internally, and then we add the whole Kilt functionality, which is the DIDs and the verifiable credentials, and then we test the whole system together, and then we remove the sudo key, and then the system goes decentralized, right? This is this is the plan, what we do. And where we are on these steps, this can be seen on the homepage kilt.io. We have a status bar there, so you can always see where we are. But of course, we're also going to feed the normal channels like our Twitter, Kilt Protocol, and also the Telegram channel. So we'll be there and we'll be heard of.
I mean, do you have any idea when you think all that'll be completed, or no, just taking it one day at a time?
The current plan is 2 to 3 months, but with blockchains, actually, well, you always say it's ready when it's ready, because we can't afford to make mistakes, right? And quality is extremely important. So 2 to 3 months is our current guess, and we keep everyone updated.
That's great to hear. and looks like people will get an end of year gift early. It sounds like. Well, congratulations again. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us on a really busy and exciting day for you guys. So I just really appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. Very cool.
Definitely. Well, make sure you like, subscribe, and review us on your favorite podcast platform. And we'll be sure to bring you along as we get a backstage pass to the world of Parachain auctions. And until next time, I'm Brian Hoffman, and this has been the Parachain Auctions Podcast. This content is not financial or investment advice. All interviews and discussions are opinions only. Kraken does not endorse the accuracy of this content. None of the following information should be construed as a recommendation to support any specific Parachain project or to participate in Parachain auctions in general. See our terms of service for more information.